the life you see. The devil tips his hat to me.
This video contains spoilers for RWBY up to volume 8, episode 10. Watch at your own discretion. So last year I made 2 videos about what I liked about James Ironwood from the show RWBY. And I guess the question is, do I still like him? It's become increasingly clear that Ironwood isn't supposed to be the nuanced, reasonable character I interpreted him as in volume 7. And you know, that is upsetting because he was so interesting, but let's look at what he's done so far in volume 8. I mean, the first thing he did was shoot someone for no which basically immediately stabbed what I liked about him right in the face. Because the thing about Ironwood is, no matter what he did, he always did it with a reason. He only did as much as he considered necessary to accomplish his goals if there was no other option. Did everyone agree with him? No. Do you have to agree with him? Not really. But that is what happened. However, the first thing he did in volume 8 was shoot someone who, let's face it, was never really a threat. His worst offense to Ironwood at that moment was being annoying. It made no sense for Ironwood to shoot him. If he declared martial law, he'd already expressed that the council couldn't stop him. All the soldiers in the area worked for him and were already blocking them from following. And shooting him would only, weaken everyone else's belief in him. So, yeah, that was the tone setter for Ironwood in volume 8. And he then proceeded to not really do anything. There was this blip in time where RWBY tried to rewrite what he said when he said that everything would be RWBY's fault and say that and the show tried to convince us that he had been talking to Penny when he wasn't. But other than that, he hadn't really done anything.
Said people were going to die because of me.
That was a lie.
It is doomed, RWBY. Unless we leave, Salem will destroy Atlas, and with it, any hope humanity has left. If she makes it through her defenses, everything that follows will be on your hands.
And now we have the events of episode 10 to contend with, and it's complicated. I suppose it is the progression that was intended for him, as the guy who thinks he's doing the right thing slowly losing his, motivation. And you know what? It even made sense when he talked about leveraging the lives of her friends to get what he wanted. He had been willing to leave a city when he thought that they couldn't save it. So, yeah. But, then we get the end of the episode, and that's where it all kind of falls apart for me. Because what he's doing makes no sense at all. He himself says that if Mantle is no longer in danger, Penny will have no reason not to come to him and help him with Atlas. But 1 minute earlier, he had all the ships going to save Mantle, so it was no longer a problem, shut down. So now now he's threatening to blow them all to Kingdom Come. And I still don't know why he stopped the evacuation. Oh, I get why they went evacuating when the whale did arrive, but Salem decided to give them all 6 episodes before she actually did anything. And there was no reason for him to not continue the evacuations even while he was looking for Penny. They just really want him to threaten to blow everyone up even when there was a better option staring him right in the face. If Mantle had been saved, then there'd be nothing to stop Penny from coming to him. So do I still like Ironwood? Not really. No. He's gone from a character who made his decisions based on the information available to him, regardless of whether or not people agreed with him, though he was open to being talked out of what he wanted to do and convinced to do other things. But after everything, it kind of makes sense that he's kind of lost his whole listening to others thing after he's been lied to. But now he's doing what people don't agree with, despite the fact that there is good reason for him to not do that. And I want to appreciate the whole getting worse and worse and being willing to do more and more to save who he could. But at this point, all he's doing is in danger. What he's doing makes no more sense. He's literally endangering more people for a reason that makes no sense. And I can't support that.
Though this does bring into focus that really dumb thing Crow said that one time.
It can kill the man who put us here.
With still no word from
Because, like, no, Crow, Ironwood is not responsible for Clover's death. Clover is probably the most, well, Tyrion is the most responsible for his death. Then Clover, then you, then Robin, then all the way down the list, we have Ironwood. But like now it has gone full insane dictator who does things because the plot told him to instead of because it makes sense. Yeah, go ahead, sure, put him out of my misery, why don't you? I mean, but seriously, in volume 7, Ironwood didn't want to leave Mantle. He felt he had to because for some reason he thought that Salem was going to attack instead of giving them 6 episodes to get the plot along. Anyway, he thought they were going to attack immediately, and so he thought they didn't have time. But then this volume started, all they had was time, but he didn't resume the evacuation. He shot some guy for no reason, and now instead of letting them get saved so that Penny has no reason to not come back, he shoots down all the airships. That was a damn good idea that Whitley had. I still can't believe that it was Whitley who came up with that idea. I mean, sure, if anyone is going to think about using the Schneidus Company's, many resources to their advantages, I guess it makes sense it was him. But like, really? That's a topic for another video. Anyway, for more in the saga of me watching RWBY, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you even like this little rant of mine, and please hit the like button so other people will see it. Thank you and good day.